Hey everyone, Eugene here, back again. Hope you're all well. Just gonna repeat what we did last week, perfumes that I wear. These are gonna be perfumes that I wore throughout the week, and just kind of a way to discuss more perfumes without doing full reviews, as they're either inspiring or I don't really care for them much. And it's been kind of a crappy week perfume-wise. Nothing seemed to go right. Either I just made really poor choices, or, you know, the weather wasn't cooperating. It was quite cold in Toronto the first couple of days of the week. We did have one nice warm weather day. I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about what I'm doing here is picking out my perfumes, 5 perfumes, Sunday night, preparing them for the week, and each morning I can randomly choose from that stock of 5. And I'm not, this is something totally new for me. I'm not sure I want to continue with this, as I just like to be totally random, but we'll see. I'll try it 1 or 2 more times. I actually thought about next week doing a all fougere theme or an all leather theme. If there's something you guys would appreciate more, let me know in the comments, because I'm willing to try it 1 more time. But it was a horrible week perfume wise. The first day I went with, this is 34 Boulevard Saint Germain by Diptyque, and I normally love this stuff. It didn't go very well. It was just, we kind of had this very abrasive relationship, almost kind of like getting into a new relationship with a person, and you like a lot of their traits, but there's some things that really turn you off, such as they're wearing, you know, ratty shoes or whatever it can be. So I normally do like this, and I don't know if it wasn't if it was the weather that this just wasn't cooperating. Maybe it needs a little bit of warm weather and warm skin, but it just seemed to be very cloying. I could possibly have sprayed on too much, and it just didn't develop the way it normally does. So what 34 is it's a tribute to their Paris boutique, and what they did is take the Headspace technology. So it's sort of like a camera for smells. They bring this technology into the actual boutique, and they take a snapshot of what it smells like, and they've captured it in this bottle. So you're supposed to get, you know, the scent of the candles, the scent of a mixture of all these perfumes in the air, the scent of the wooden floor. It could be anything. It could be flowers in the boutique. And they did quite a pretty good job. You can see even the straw in the bottle. It kind of resembles the wick in their candles. And what I can say is about 34 is one of the most complex perfumes I've ever worn. There's so much going on here, and it's very rich. And let me spray a little bit on. Very soapy, very citrusy, very woody, could get a little bit herbal, some incense, very fruity. It's just, honestly, there's just so much going on, and right after I spray it, I kind of like, I can't keep up, I lose interest. And normally I like to, you know, read into my perfume and see what am I getting and what can I pick up, what nuances are there, what am I feeling, you know, is there any color to this perfume, is there any texture? And you know, I lose track as soon as it's constantly changing and evolving, and it's really complex and dynamic, and I lose interest right away. I just can't keep up. And I guess with the cold weather, it just kind of made things worse. But normally I do really like this perfume, and for whatever reason, Monday didn't go so well. I was able to try the new 34 Eau de Parfum, and I'm still not certain that by now, normally I would have picked up a Diptyque like normally I do with every release, but for some reason this one I just kind of let be. Okay, so we did an unboxing of Chanel Alou at Homme last week, and I did get a chance to wear it on Tuesday, and I kind of scoured the internet for reviews, because it seems to me like this is kind of going over a lot of people's heads. Nobody really knows what this smells like, and it's, you know, very interesting. I'm gonna review this and I'm gonna give you my thoughts, but I'm not sure that I'm in love with this. It is a little bit more mainstream to me than I thought it was going to be. I can appreciate it, especially after, you know, the 2 or 3 hour mark. I don't like the opening of this. It's very, let's call it mass appealing. And it's got something along the lines of that Cologne note, which I despise so much. But other than that, it does have a lot of good qualities, albeit kind of generic. Okay, so those were 2 kind of crappy days perfume-wise. And you know, day 3, I really wanted to change this around. And I picked up something that I haven't worn in a very long time. And that's kind of why I want to do this. Select 5 fragrances the week before prior, and I'm kind of picking up perfumes that I haven't, you know, worn in ages, or I want to get a chance to re-love them. And this is something that is, you know, just absolutely amazing. This is Queer de Lancome in this very underrated, criminally underrated perfume, and probably, you know, the fault of Lancome itself. They offer it to us in this very exclusive piece of shit bottle. Basically, they put this gorgeous perfume in this nasty bottle with crappy cap and made it really exclusive, and discontinued it twice already, sadly and unfortunately. So what this is, a lot of perfumes like to call themselves queer when they have no leather in them at all, or it's very soft and suede and not what a queer should be, very animalic and salty and sultry. And this is exactly what this is. This is loaded with spices, with florals and leather, some birch tar. But to me, it's very, exactly what I said. It's very spicy, very floral, very rich, and just luxurious. The opening is extremely spicy, like probably one of the most spiciest things I've ever tried. But after, you know, after an hour or 2, it really settles down to a nice skin scent, which I can appreciate. It doesn't have that bombastic, obtrusive, intrusive feel to it that a lot of newer releases have. So here's an example of something with the name queer that isn't very queer or leathery, or like the name implies, or even like the marketing, the marketing brief from the brand itself suggests. So this is from YSL's exclusive line, and this is queer in this, you know, pretty nice smoky glass bottle. I hate the packaging for this. I think it's absolutely brutal. The bottle is it's quite heavy, which is good, but you know, the corners are very sharp. They're not rounded off. Just, you know, the bottle, everything about this feels cheap to me, including the scent itself. Cap is magnetic, which is nice, but it's very light, which sucks. I think they almost kind of wanted to go the Dior Privé route with this, but instead of Dior's, you know, which fit nicely in your hand, the cylindrical bottle, these are square, and it's, you know, you really need big hands to grasp this. But what this is to me is basically a Tom Ford-ish fragrance without the it's more subtle. It doesn't have that, again, obtrusive. It's not annoying. It's not loud. It's very skin scentish. And if it was any louder, if it was as loud as Tom Ford, they could have set up shop right outside of a frat house and sold these by the bucket load. So very dry. The sprayer is great. At least they got that right. It's very sweet. That's probably what I don't like about this. If they toned down the sweetness and amped up the queerness, and made it a little bit more salty, I think I'd prefer a little bit more. But it's very sweet. It's got, you know, like the name underneath Queer. Queer is in big bold, and then they got saffron and Gaiac wood. I get more of the dry woods and the spicy saffron than I do Queer. Queer is, it's there lurking in the background. It's kind of this powdery, suede leather, a very soft touch. It looks like they were really going for softness because there's nothing absolutely bold about this. It's more mass appealing and generic, and probably, you know, at the bottom of the barrel in terms of leathers from all the exclusive lines. I definitely rate this below every other exclusive leather that I have smelled. So that's Queer from YSL's exclusive. Today I really had to, I kind of saved the best for last, and I'm so glad I did considering the way my week was going. And this is from Guerlain's exclusive line. This is the Les Parisiens. This is Chaumont pour Homme. No relation to Chaumont for the women, but actually mean they don't really smell similar. And again, this is a very spicy, floral, a woody musk. So a woody floral musk, and quite green. It's got, you know, that greenish forest floor to it. It's quite balsamic. It's actually extremely balmy on me, but a lot of spicy florals. There's violets and hyacinth in here. Kind of this leathery dry down, and very musky, very gentlemanly like, very classy. Just a gorgeous fragrance. A lot of people kind of compare this to Coriolan or Heroes. I can definitely see the resemblance, especially in that greenish forest floor vibe. So that's Chaumont pour Homme in this, you know, the wood rim bottle. Absolutely gorgeous. I love these. I just find them so classy and sophisticated. Just love the whole presentation, and nobody can really do bottles and presentation like Guerlain. So that's been my 5 cents. I did, you know, okay, so I went out with my wife and the family one night for dinner. I'll give you a bonus, even though I don't have the bottle, I completely forgot it. We celebrated our 4th wedding anniversary, and we've been together for 8 years, and we went out for dinner, and I wore Tom Ford's ombre leather, the new one, the ombre leather 18, is that what it's called? I'm not sure if it has 18 on the actual name, but I wore that out to dinner. And the whole night my wife kept asking me, what are you wearing? I wouldn't tell her. And just, you know, we're just kind of fooling around. And she kind of guessed, like, are you wearing tobacco vanilla? So she can tell it was a Tom Ford. She's very familiar with Tuscan leather. She loves Tuscan leather. She loves tobacco vanille. For some reason, she thought it was tobacco vanille for whatever reason. But yeah, after I told her it was ombre leather, very similar, and she said, yeah, I can definitely see that. So I did wear that out on our night out to dinner. Just a couple of sprays. I didn't want to annoy the restaurant. So that's been my week. 5 things that I worn. So let me know what you guys have worn. I'm definitely interested in hearing about any new perfumes that I'm not familiar with. I'm definitely interested in seeing what my viewers are wearing. And glad you guys were able to watch. I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.